All right. So, who was that who said shared my tweet about forced birth?
Oh man, one of those Facebook pages.
One of those Facebook pages.
There's a lot of them.
Because people are now like going back to my Twitter and like liking the tweet again and brought it back up, and I was like, oh, all right. It's from like a year ago. And I said something to the equivalent of, I don't call them pro-life, I call them forced birth because that's what they are.
No, that's what we both were probably saying before we met each other.
Yeah.
Forced birthers.
And I noticed in both in my tweets and the page that shared a screen cap of the tweet, people are saying, well, I call them pro-birth because like they feel mean saying forced birth, I guess, or whatever. And so I had to tweet again to be like, no, I said forced birth and I meant it. Pro-birth at least implies that they want like a safe, healthy birth to happen. But these same people who are allegedly pro-life, who are actually forced birth, they don't fucking advocate for like universal health care. They don't advocate for like universal prenatal care. We have the highest rates of infant and maternal mortality in the industrialized world. That's not pro-birth, that's forced birth. Otherwise, they would care about, you know, the rates of infants dying. They would care about pregnant people not having access to prenatal care, so on and so forth. So, yeah, I said forced birth and I fucking meant it. Don't tell me pro-birth. It's forced birth, not pro-birth.
Yeah. People really go out of their way to be nice to fucking Republicans.
I don't get it. So, forced birth. And speaking of forced birth, Missouri, not to be outdone with the recent collection of states that are doing the abortion bans. Missouri Republican bill aims to have cops stop abortions. What could go wrong?
So they want cops to not kill people?
Well, to not kill fetuses.
Yeah, fetuses aren't people.
No, they're not people.
No, yeah, fetuses are like corporations. They're not people.
People. All right, so a Missouri Republican legislator has introduced a so-called fetal personhood legislation that could mandate law enforcement to stop people from having abortions.
I like how all of a sudden motherfuckers can use non-binary language to say personhood. See, because a fetus is such an irrelevant piece of fucking goop, you don't even have shit that you can try to declare a cisgender upon yet.
Yep.
Yeah, so they actually have to use non-binary language. Next time one of them says that, be like, so why are you being politically correct there, buddy?
Well, I also think like it's an underlying thing. They say personhood because it could still be like a male child. And I'm pretty sure like there's patriarchy in it somewhere to me. I just, you know.
I mean, there might be some individual cases of someone who's like, I want more men to be born, but I think in the macro they care more about, I just want to force this
someone
person to give birth.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
to
yes.
Whatever. They don't give a shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, again, forced birth. House Bill 1799 was introduced by Representative Mike Moon, a vociferous fetal personhood advocate who has compared abortion to slavery.
I just want to ask him, so like you're saying personhood, so like these fetuses are they, them, right?
They are they, them.
Like you're going to have to deal with this non-binary issue because you brought it up, you fucking religious zealot.
The legislation was pre-filed in December, and the GOP-dominated Missouri legislature will begin its 2020 session on Wednesday. The bill says, quote, all the rights, privileges, and immunities available to other persons, citizens, and residents of the state should be granted to fetuses of any stage of development. Wait, other persons and residents? Does that include people who don't have papers? Did they just say that people who don't have papers have rights?
No. No, they didn't say that.
I think they said that.
They don't even know what the fuck they're saying. They're so caught up in forced birthing. All right.
This rhetoric is pushed by anti-choice lawmakers. See, again, not anti-choice. Forced birth. Forced birth.
Yeah.
These measures have been rejected by voters across the country and would outlaw abortion and many kinds of contraception. According to Moon's bill, this is a quote, which recognizes life begins at fertilization. Quote, law enforcement officers, officers of the court, or any licensed or state-regulated entities in the state shall affirmatively enforce the provision barring abortion in the state. What the fuck does that mean?
The cops can Yeah.
So does that mean cops can, like, shoot you if you try to go into an abortion clinic? Like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Does that mean cops can go in abortion clinics and obstruct the process?
Maybe.
I think we need to find the actual bill, which we probably, I think that might be a new show prep is we don't record until we've already read every story.
That would be okay.
I know it'd be excruciating, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
but we wouldn't have this moment.
I mean, but then even if you read the bill, like, they're never going to come out and say that.
I want to see the closest thing they say to it.
Reproductive rights advocates say HB 1799 is just the latest salvo from one of the nation's most rapidly anti-choice legislators. Quote, Missouri's abortion laws are already some of the most restrictive in the nation, said Sarah Feltz, a spokesperson for Planned Parenthood advocates in Missouri. This shows the out-of-step and extreme priorities of abortion-obsessed Republicans in the Missouri legislature. Moon did not respond to an interview request from Rewire News. In 2019, Missouri was on the precipice of becoming the first state since the 1973 Roe v. Wade to be without a standalone abortion clinic. The state health department has tried to shutter the clinic using a vast web of anti-choice restrictions that are medically unnecessary and can be harmful to sexual assault survivors. As was intended, forced birth. Health department officials have refused to renew the clinic's license. It was revealed during October hearings that Dr. Randall Williams, the department's director, tracked menstrual cycles of patients at the clinic. Okay. Steve Reed, co-chair of the Missouri Action Progressive Group, told Rewire News that Moon's bill constituted a legislative attack against people across the state. The movement to restrict reproductive choice is not only an attack on personal autonomy, but also on the principle of equality for women, and is a grave threat to all Americans' cherished right to privacy, bodily integrity, and religious liberty. House Minority Leader Crystal Quaid, Democrat, told St. Louis Public Radio in August that Missouri Republican lawmakers' extreme abortion proposals could help Democrats in incoming electoral battles. Democrats hold 10 of the 34 Senate seats in Missouri and 48 of the 163 House seats. I think it's going to be helpful because it will allow us to really explain the narrative is beyond just abortion, but all other things like getting kids kicked off Medicaid. Because they're forced birth, not pro-life. All of these continuous extremisms that's going on in Jefferson City will be able to get that message out across the state. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I'm just going to peruse.
At the bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I can see all the edits that they made. So, like, every time it says unborn child or fetus, they have it crossed out. And it's now children in women's wombs. Like, they literally so it used to say unborn children have protectable interests in life and well-being. It now says children in women's wombs have protectable interests in life and well-being.
No.
The natural parents of a child in a woman's womb. Yeah, literally every time unborn, they crossed it out and put child in a woman's womb. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and of course, child in a woman's womb begins the moment of fertilization. They took out the word conception and replaced it with fertilization. Yeah.
You're animals.
Well, I mean, what was the one we covered a couple years ago? The women as livestock bill? I think it was...
Oh, shit.
Like Texas, maybe? It was somewhere in this...
Yeah, that wasn't just a nigga. Every fucking leftist podcaster was on that shit.
Yeah, some lawmaker said something. He literally got on the floor and said something like, I used to work on a farm, and if, like, sheep and pigs and cows can give birth to stillborns, why can't human women ban all abortions and let them just... If it dies, it dies, and let them just, you know, be forced to give birth to a stillborn or a non-viable pregnancy.
Yeah, that's kind of cat like you gotta give him this ruling.
Yes.
You can't keep him around.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still glancing at the bill?
Yeah. Oh, they redefined the meaning of Down syndrome. They redefined the meaning of gestational age. They redefined the meaning of medical emergency. Physician.
They're like, fuck, let's just throw some ableism in with our misogyny.
Instead of saying... They took out all the words like clinic, physician's office, and replaced it all with abortion facility. So it's no longer at a doctor's office. It's at a abortion facility.
Yeah, because that's all they do.
Yeah. All right, that's good. That's great. It is only a 3-page bill, though. So mostly just because it's cutting out all the words to like make it into what they want it to be.
Or they wanted something that Trump could read.
Oh, Trump can't read that.
Oh, was that Lindsey Graham that said, I think he's a one-pager kind of guy? Like at an actual hearing? Oh, that's tough. All right, yeah, Trump's a one-pager kind of guy. And you might be a one-podcast kind of subscriber. And you might want to say, hey, we could get some more of these abortifacients, like that word.
I love that word.
At paypal.me/Phoenix and William, patreon.com/Wine Cellar Media Fund, and the cash application is?
It's $, Phoenix Kalita.
If you're a cash apper.
Yes.
All right. My bad, said it with the hard R. All right. WineCellarMedia.com, getting the frack out of here. I think I'm going to hit the bud and hit the weights in the basement and take a shower and then maybe later go get the planner.
Yeah.
Or at least hope that it's not in the fucking garbage or some shit. Oh, that would fucking suck.
Yeah.
We'd have to replace our voter registration cards.
Do you just want to go now?
In the traffic, it's literally 4:53.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hop in that traffic.
Okay.
Even though this is a car that can actually idle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, let's get in the can. Fuck it. Okay, we're going all the way back to the fucking factory because William can't keep shit. Catch you later.
Bye.
I fucked up.